Hello, Freedom Wing. Chaplain Matina here. I hope all is well with you in this month of April, where we see many of these all over the place. Dandelion, which reminds me of the story growing up as a kid where my father had a lawn filled with these. And he was always frustrated, especially envious of our neighbor across the street who had a perfectly manicured lawn. And one day, my father and the neighbor got into some type of disagreement. My father took the blow ball of the dandelion and sprinkled the seeds all over the man's yard. I definitely don't recommend anyone doing that to a neighbor. Fortunately, the good news, they did reconcile. Reconciling dandelion, there's a challenge, and how we could look at our own journey and that of a dandelion. Because dandelions, despite being an unwanted and sometimes damaging weed, dandelion are a force for good. Bees, beetles, and other insects all look to the dandelion as a source of nourishment in the early part of spring. Butterflies and moths feed on them as a source of sugar, and some species of birds feed on the dandelion seeds. Although regarded by many as weeds, of course, dandelions' very nature as flowers offer an excellent purpose. The young leaves of the dandelion are actually very tasty and make a very nutritious pot of greens and a salad. And the fermented flour produces dandelion wine, which is excellent. And the plant itself is widely used as a herbal anti-inflammatory medicine. So how are we like dandelions? We are like dandelions when we step into someone's personal space, sometimes uninvited. Oftentimes, we are driven by good intentions to be there for someone, but we don't always realize that we're overstepping. Knowing when to stay in our lane is definitely challenging. Respecting other people's personal space and maintaining a safe distance allows others to see us better and make them appreciate us more. Being there for someone is kind, and being always there for someone is noble. We may be a good problem solver, but we can't always assume that others need us to solve their problems. Being proactive and taking initiative or making the first step is good, but we have to know when. But sometimes we have to therefore be patient and humble, to wait for other people to come to us for help. Sometimes it is worthwhile to be needed rather than exposing ourselves already being viewed as intrusive. We were all and are all created according to our Creator's image and likeness. Our very nature is good. From time to time, it helps to stay still, to be still, and just allow nature to take its course. Like dandelions, they propagate just by staying deeply rooted in the ground and allowing their seeds to be carried away by the wind. We would do well to strive to get and to be deeply rooted in our faith, prayer, good deeds, and thereby allow our Creator's hand to shape and mold us into the best of who we are and who we can be. You know, the floral meaning of dandelion is a gift to a loved one that will provide happiness and is a promise of total faithfulness. May we be the same so that our presence will bring bliss and true fidelity to those we love.